What's up, tribe? Today we got another banger. As you see, we got Cookie in the building.
Okay.
Today, Cookie is cooking country smothered pork chops.
Hello, everyone. Just cooking some country style pork chops, smothered. That's the only way my family would eat them. I like them barbecued or smothered in the oven and all that, but my family loves fried smothered pork chops. So that's what we're gonna do. So I already washed them off. So now I'm going to season them up really good, and we're going to cook them. So here we go. Okay, guys. So everybody has their own way of doing things, but I just do it, you know, my way. And
Country style.
I'm sure there's some other ways to do it, but I actually do it like my mom do it. But I did change something that my mom doesn't do. My mom uses the grease from her pork chops to make the gravy. I'm using bacon grease today to make my gravy to give it more flavor.
What the? Bacon?
Yes, it gives it a lot of flavor. So here is bacon grease. I cooked a few pieces of bacon. So we're going to use that for our gravy. We got our chicken broth.
That's also
for the gravy.
For your gravy?
Yep, for the gravy, give it more flavor. My family doesn't like onions, but I do. So I've sauteed me some onions to go with my pork chops. Then I just got a couple spoonfuls of flour, so when I get ready to make my gravy, I'll just have it already available.
What kind of flour are you using?
I use unbleached white flour by Red Mill. Okay, I season my flour. I don't know if you guys do that too, to give it even more flavor, because sometimes when you season the meat, I don't know, it sticks, but sometimes I just like a little extra flavoring.
You put the pork chops right here?
Yes, I put them in this flour.
And you have this right here seasoned?
Yep, it's already seasoned.
Okay, cool.
All right. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and season up my meat so we can get going. I'm just putting my black pepper on here. All right, and I'm just going to put some some garlic salt on there. Garlic sea salt, that is. There's a difference. Sea salt is healthier for you than regular salt. Sometimes it's better to use like garlic powder. Garlic powder, you don't have to use as much seasoning. Garlic salt, and you still have that flavor there. Because some people don't want a lot of salt in their food, which is totally understandable. We probably shouldn't eat a lot of salt in our food. So if you want to give it a little extra flavoring, you can always use the garlic powder.
All right, that's the business, player.
So that's what I'm doing.
Woo, what you throwing on there now?
This is the garlic powder.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do it a little different on the back. We don't have to put as much salt because we already kind of got that front part going.
In the comments, guys, we want to hear how you make your smothered pork chops. Let's see what you got over here cooking. Rice-a-roni.
My peas, I'm gonna drain the water in a second here.
That San Francisco tree. Hey, we got those peas popping.
So now, guys, we're about to cook our pork chops. So all I did was I'm warming up the grease right now so that I can cook the pork chops and get those ready to go.
Ooh, is that grease hot yet?
No, that grease ain't hot yet. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is just flour our pork chops and get them ready for the grease for when it warms up.
I remember my mama used to be doing stuff like this.
Right, we used to put it in a bag and do it.
Hey!
And that's really the way that
what's happening?
We normally.
You ain't official. You ain't official. I thought you was from Helena, Arkansas. You don't got the bag.
Well, they got it for real.
Yeah, I know they had to hand that bag down. You know what I'm saying? You
hand the bag down?
Yes.
All you gotta do is get a
bag.
Sometimes it's better in the bag, makes less of a mess. So I'm just making sure we get it all nice and covered in our flour. Now some people have different ways of doing things, you know. I've even heard people doing egg and all that. It makes too much of a crust on it for me. I don't like all that extra.
I want to hear you. I want to hear you guys recipes. Tell me y'all recipes, and also tell me, is Cookie official? So far, is she official?
Am I official, huh?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you though. I'm gonna tell y'all for real. She official. I'm just wondering what y'all. It's better pork chops out there. All right.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Y'all want to see something funny? I remember when COVID first jumped off, and we didn't have any face masks. Now look at this.
We We got like
Look at
50
this.
face masks.
1, 2,
We almost got one to match our
3, 4.
That's the reality that we
5,
live in now.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And I promise you, we got more face masks in the car.
We do got plenty.
Do you remember when we didn't have any?
Yeah, we were scrambling trying to find some face masks. The grease should be about warm.
It don't look hot though.
Well, you could test it by putting a little flour in there. See that?
Is it ready, y'all, or nah?
Some people have temperature gauges. You want to get your grease at like 350.
What?
That's what they normally say, but I don't use all that fancy stuff. You just use your eye, you know, once you've been cooking.
Who that serious about the cooking that they using a temperature gauge?
Oh, it's a lot of people that are.
Look what we got behind.
What's up?
Hey, tell them where you off to.
Gymnastics practice.
Hey, you going to gymnastics? Is that what she doing?
Cheer practice.
It's cheer, Z.
All right, guys. So now we're dropping the pork chops in the grease. I turn my fire down just a little bit, just so it won't burn. Now it's cooking away.
We'll check back in when it's gravy time.
All right, so now we're going to take out some pork chops. You don't want to cook them too much because you're going to put them in the gravy. So you don't want them to be overcooked because they're going to cook a little bit more in the gravy. That one I'm going to cook just a few seconds longer. I like it a little darker than that.
Hey, y'all know what? She don't got her grease hot, y'all.
I do. I got it on the top temperature that it could be. I can't go no higher.
Oh, that's the highest it could be?
That's the highest it could be, buddy. You know what could be the difference, guys? One thing I didn't mention is that I use olive oil. I use olive oil, the cooking olive oil, to do my food. So maybe because I didn't use the vegetable oil or Crisco, things like that, I'm just trying to be a little bit healthier. So we use the olive oil grease.
So you think that the olive oil don't get as hot as Cisco or Crisco, whatever it's called?
It's possible. I never really thought about it, but it's possible.
Cause you know that you have seen grease that be popping.
Yeah, I've seen grease that's been popping. Yes, I have. Okay.
What's happening? What you on right now, player?
So now we're about to make the gravy.
Okay, here we go. What you got right there?
So now I'm putting the bacon grease.
Bacon grease.
In here, I'm gonna warm it up because it was a little cold.
So that's like a shot glass worth of grease.
Yeah, like a shot glass worth of grease.
Now that's a big shot glass. That ain't a shot glass.
I want to try to get all my little bacon bits out of there.
You want it all?
I want it all. Give me all the bacon.
Oh, that's what's up, G.
Okay, I think we got it all out. And then we're gonna put our flour in here.
What's that right there again?
That's the chicken broth. Chicken broth gives it more flavor.
Do you normally put chicken broth in it too?
Yeah.
Okay.
We put flour in here now, guys. So now you got to keep doing this because you don't want your flour to lump up.
Hey, there we go. Come on with it. What's happening? That looks like a lot of chicken broth.
Yeah, it's gonna make the gravy. So we already put our flour in here, and then as it browns, we're gonna put our chicken broth in there too. While we're doing that, I'm going to flip my pork chops so they can start cooking on the other side.
Look at her, y'all. Oh, she's trying to show out, y'all. She's trying to show out. She got two hands going at one time. Come on, stop it. Stop it.
She's killing me right now, dude.
Looking like she a DJ. Chicka, what's your DJ name? Cut creator. I'm like Tyson. Ice number. Chicka.
So now we're going to pour a little bit of chicken broth in there.
All right, come on with it, girl. I see you, player.
Now, see, this is the point where I will put some onions in there.
We can pick them out.
All right.
Do what you do, player.
As you can see, it's going to thicken up. So we're not trying to pour it all in there at one time.
You see that she getting her stir on. So we're going to let that continue happening. And we'll check back in when those chops is in the gravy. You dig? Alright, y'all, that gravy is looking nice, man.
I just don't want to get too thick.
It's looking thick. Oh, it's looking good, girl.
So now we can put the pork chops in there.
Guys, guess what? It's almost time for me to go to practice.
Uh-oh, so you finna get up out of here, huh? I might as well tell you about a dilemma that we have going on. So, your boy Super can't cook. Like, I can cook, I can cook like a good 4 or 5 things. Smothered pork chops ain't one of them. I can make rice, I can make peas, but I can't make no smothered pork chops. So, right now, she has to go to her cheerleading practice. This is her very first practice.
Go get your shoes.
We're at a point at which we're in the middle of cooking. So what I'm going to do is take over the wheel. So she's going to give me some instructions to take over the wheel, and I pray that I could bring it home.
All right, so
That's enough gravy?
Yeah,
That
you
can
don't need a
smother,
lot.
that gravy can smother all of these?
Yeah, so now you can start putting this in here, sis. And just putting it on top of it. It don't take a lot.
Hey, talk to him.
So,
Tell him where you been.
Upstairs playing games.
upstairs playing my game,
And how did you earn your game?
reading a book,
What's the...
Sorry, go get your shoes.
Think and Grow Rich.
Hey, they've been asking about you, man. They like, where Lil G at? Lil G get that game, y'all. He be hibernating.
All right, guys, I like my pork chops a little crunchy. I don't like them real mushy. But each person is different, so we don't really do a whole lot, but just pour it over there and let it simmer for a minute.
All right, she got all them jokers in there, man.
We're already eating good like this before Thanksgiving. I can't wait for Thanksgiving.
Hey. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna jump right back in. She making Lil Mama late.
Yeah, we about to go.
Look like you stingy with the gravy up in here. What y'all thinking, y'all? How that gravy taste, girl?
Tastes good. Tastes really good. Hey.
Okay, so she finna dip, and then once she dip, y'all, I'm just gonna make a plate cause it's done, and I'm gonna do a taste test, and that's gonna be the end of this video.
Now some people let them simmer in this a little longer though. So it's better if you let it simmer, cause it'll be a little bit more tender like.
Hey, okay.
So it's really up to you. You know, I don't really like mine like that too much. I like it a little crunchy, but so we could let them cook a little bit in the gravy to, you know.
Okay. So I need to turn that fire down some?
It's already on low.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. So all you gotta do is keep it moving. Guys, I snuck me a little piece.
Somebody couldn't wait, y'all. Go ahead. Lil G. Hey, Lil G good for taste testing. That's one eating motor scooter right there, boy. It look good though, I ain't gonna lie. She needs some more gravy though.
Yeah.
I like it smothered. Okay guys, so everyone is gone. So I'm gonna let y'all know exactly how everything is tasting. Let me dig into my rice first. Oh, perfect rice. And let's see what that meat is doing. With a spoon, y'all, it's nice and tender. Woo! Tender. From scratch. Hey guys, y'all know what I'm finna do. I'm finna handle my business. Thank you guys for hanging out. This your man Big Super. Over now. I'll holler.